That quiet on the set, Manya.
What? Really? Am I quiet?
Hello, everybody. Say hi.
Hey. Hello, everyone.
Let's
How
make
are
sure
we
it went
doing
through. Oh, good. It went through. Fantastic. Okay, we made it. We're in. We're good to go. Welcome, God's Auditor, to being part of the Goblin Conscripts. I just want to say that first. Also, we are back. Unfortunately, we are missing Sweet Heathen today. She has some technical issues. She's got a broken charger, and it is a sad, sad day in that household when you are limited to one charge. Not gonna lie. How are you, Manya?
I am good, and I can hear two streams simultaneously for some reason. I don't know what am I doing.
Oh, I'm not getting a feedback loop from you, so it looks like it's just on your end. How you doing, Once?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
Things have been busy on my end.
Right. Oh my god. I kind of have a headache today. My wisdom teeth are moving in, so if I'm quiet, that's just because I'm having to deal with this stupid headache.
Sorry,
But yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, no doubt on the headache there. I imagine that's trash. There's all kinds of garbage on that end. I'm going to be impressed with all three of us because guess what we managed to do? What? Start a stream without audio issues or connection issues right out the gate. Hey, we did it!
For once.
Yay! Hooray! And how long is this? We're finally actually gonna mention Steve on this channel because we're gonna be like, or on this video because Steve, we did it better than he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't tell him I said that, or he's gonna kick me out of the cool kids club.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
So, what we're talking about today is something I like to call relationships. So it's essentially when you are trying to communicate with somebody. It may be your significant other, it could be your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, and it's just not going well. It's just kind of going to shit. So we're gonna call it a relationship. Hopefully we'll be able to make Once feel a little bit better with a little bit of a distraction, and some of these are really funny. We're trying to keep it light today. A couple of them are a little bit dark because, sometimes these things suck. But for the most part, we're going to try and keep it a little bit lighthearted just because there's been so much going on with everybody all of the time, forever. So we're just going to have fun.
Awesome, let's do this.
Ready? All right, cool. Let's pull this up. Boom. Boom. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I didn't mess it up. It wasn't me. You guys see it?
Yep, I can see it.
Fantastic. Let me make me smaller over here. There we go. Hello, I am small. Hi. All right. Cool. So, this is the first one, and I gotta say, it's a good start. My boyfriend was saying rude things about me to his friends. My boyfriend got in a fight with one of his friends who sent me screenshots of a convo in their guys group chat to hurt our relationship. My boyfriend said a couple of hurtful things. He thinks I'm too skinny and made a couple of anorexic jokes. And called me a simp, right? Because I bake him cookies when he asks, and I put out for sex, apparently. Is this dude actually complaining that his girlfriend is putting out for sex, or is he bragging? Sounds like he's bragging.
Yeah, I think so. Let's give him some charity and say he's trying to brag and failing miserably at it.
I just enjoy it too. Women enjoying sex? No.
My goodness. How dare they?
Also said that I'm the sluttiest virgin he knows, and he thinks I'm lying about being a virgin when we met. He actually took a pic of me making cookies when I wasn't looking and sent it and said, I'm making the slave baked cookies. This is a way to not want cookies anymore, because this seems like a really good way to be like, you're never getting cookies made for you again.
Yeah, you will not get the baked cookies, and then you won't get the other cookie either if you behave like this. It's like, what isn't the sluttiest version an oxymoron?
Well, they're saying that I think he's trying to say that this girl wasn't really a virgin when we started dating. I think she's lying to me because she wants to have sex.
Wow. So, it's still an oxymoron, I guess, because, like, you're just judging person by their current sexuality about what might have happened in the past. So, what? It's like the gymnastics these guys do sometimes. God dang it.
It was just really weird. He said he had no idea I'd seen it and they were jokes. Dude, no.
Why would you joke about your girlfriend in that way? Why?
If
like,
it were jokes, it wouldn't matter if she saw it.
Of course. Maybe these are the jokes that she wouldn't like. Maybe. And you should be considerate about her feelings, babe. Nah. She's a slave who bakes things for you, right? Fuck.
Right. And his friends just want us to break up because he's mad at him. I was really upset because, well, I know I'm skinny and I don't like it, and I make cookies because I love him, not because I'm his slave. He apologized and brought me flowers, but I still feel upset. You mean just some flowers didn't make you feel any better? I'm sorry.
An apology might have worked. Did he apologize?
He says he apologized and brought flowers. Right. It sounds to me like. Right? It sounds to me like he just had flowers in his hand and he just said, "I'm sorry," and threw them at her face.
Yeah. Baka.
It's just animated in my head.
Yeah.
Hi, Ghost Dog. Hi, Bull. Hi, Wells.
Oh, Bull's here.
Hi, wow. Unveiling. Hi, everyone.
Oh my goodness. This is awesome.
Oh God. So, I still feel upset. Well, I wonder why. And embarrassed that he thinks that about me. Advice? Should I just get over it? I know his friend wants us to break up, but it really hurt. Okay, so
you want to stay in this relationship just to prove someone wrong? Really? Is that what you're asking?
Right? It seems to me like the friend is legitimately, like, trying to, like, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt and the friend is actually just trying to cause problems because he's mad at, the two friends are fighting, right?
Oh, yeah.
But,
yeah.
I mean, why would that matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what a third party thinks about this relationship. It's about you and the guy. And most of all, furthermore, the first thing, it's about you. He just was making jokes about you behind your back and only apologized when he got caught. What do you think that, how that kind of, like, how is he? What kind of person is that, like, that boyfriend of yours is? Like, I would not trust them with a 10-foot broomstick if it was me. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's the attempt to backpedal into oblivion there with that. I was just joking. Here's some flowers.
Get over it already. I said I was joking. I can imagine that, seriously. And even
he doesn't deserve your cookies.
Yeah, he does not deserve your cookies, honey. Nope.
I don't know. What do you guys in the chat think? You think this guy's just an asshole? I think this guy's just an asshole. Nikki, what do you think? You think this guy's just an asshole?
100%. I mean, if you want to say, like, horrible, mean things about your significant other to your friends to try and brag to me, that if she doesn't just immediately break up with him, then he needs to do something other than just flowers. I feel like this is something that
maybe not be friends, not be in that group chat anymore.
Yeah, if these are the type of people that he's trying to impress and they get impressed with this type of language and stuff, then you know that's just trash. But if I was in this situation, it would be something that would have to be made up to me, like through a couple months of very studious work.
behavior.
I'm
You know,
not dealing
this is a
with this,
behavior. Yeah, this is a
no.
behavior issue. This is and behavioral changes take time. Unless you're willing to
Yeah.
put up with it, that could be your option too. If you're into
Yeah.
that kind of relationship, which this person clearly isn't. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
this sounds like a whole
And
lot
everybody
of
has, everybody has different relationships. Like, there's legitimately people who their entire relationship is based on and strengthened through insulting each other, and the better the insult, the better, the
Sure.
more they laugh, the more fun they have. But for this person, clearly it's not like that, and I just
Yeah, this is gonna be. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the nope on to this guy. This is a
Hard
stop.
pass. Hard pass. No way.
Go find somebody who deserves have cookies made for them. This guy's a dick.
If somebody
Real.
made cookies for me, I would be like, oh my god.
My boyfriend is refusing to have sex with me because I look really young. As somebody who is 17 years old, I'm a 25-year-old female, but I look about 15 years old. Girl, yo. Did I write this? My boyfriend is 26, and when we are about to have sex, he bails out, saying that he is uncomfortable having sex with me since I look too young. I tried having a talk with him about it, and he tells me that he would love to have sex with me, but feels weird because I look like a kid.
What? Then maybe let her be in a relationship with someone else who will have sex with her. Like,
This is so much nope. I've
he
known
has
him
serious
since
issues he needs to get over. Maybe, like, yeah, he needs some help.
I've known
And-
him since middle school, so he knows I'm definitely not that young. What should I do to make him more comfortable being intimate? Edit. He's also uncomfortable kissing or cuddling.
What?
Does he think he's a pedophile? Does he think that if he does this, it means that he's attracted to children, and so he's worried that, like, it... What?
Well, if these, well, even if he is
Chemo has the
thinking
best
like that,
advice. Chemo has the best
Then he
advice.
needs to get
Have
help
sex
for
in a
that.
darker room.
even if he's thinking on those lines, we don't know if they are. They need help. They need help. There's something going on in their brain that they need to get sorted. And maybe while he gets that sorted, this girl should go out and look for other relationships, because since they have been together since middle school.
Well, they haven't been
That's a
together. They've
long
just
time.
known each other since middle school. They
Oh,
haven't.
he's known-
It doesn't say
oh,
how
okay.
long they've been together. Boole makes
Yeah, okay.
Boole's calling. Boole's got the gaydar going. He's like, he's gay. Maybe.
Yeah, it's possible.
It could
It's
be.
possible.
Maybe have that
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah. Yep. Oh boy, that's really, I've never heard of that before. Yeah, that's the first. Like, the guy, wow.
I think that's a legitimate question given this situation. Like, normally I'm like not too keen on probing somebody's sexuality in a relationship like that because they're in a relationship with you. Why would you shouldn't need to probe that? But in this case, I think you need to probe into a little bit more why, because they started dating you, didn't they?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a problem
Exactly.
for dating.
So,
Why is that
yeah.
next step a problem?
Also, then, he has never kissed her or cuddled her or, like, it's never happened before? Or is it like suddenly he's like, oh, I'm uncomfortable kissing or cuddling or sex? It's strange. Like, it doesn't elaborate when this started or whether it was all the time since they were in a relationship.
Definitely
That
some
would
more
put-
info would be useful. I'll open the link and
Yeah.
see if there's more info.
Yeah. I like how you have, like, put the screenshot and then the link to it beneath it.
Yeah, for most of them I have the link. Post has been removed by moderator. Boo.
Ah, interesting. Hopefully they didn't get any big backlash on that. Hopefully. they didn't remove it for those reasons. It would have been maybe they found a solution to it, or maybe the boyfriend found the post and he was like, what the fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't say why it was removed, but there's still like
But
all the comments are still there.
Oh, the comments are still there. Oh, interesting. Do you want to go through the comments?
Nah, there's nothing like terribly. I was just looking to see real quick if
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, this person said the same thing we did, but he's still comfortable dating you. In the simple of explanations, you're just not sexually compatible. If you're going to have, like, zero sex life, why bother with him?
Exactly. What you are with someone for that, intimacy, right?
Yeah.
Along with other things. When you don't get the intimacy, I guess it's just be friends then. Simple as that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
You could still, yeah. This relationship, I think it was what we're getting at, is going nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, going nowhere fast. Okay, you ready? My 21-year-old female brother, 14-year-old male, asked my mom if he could get punished a certain way from now on, and I think it's a fetish, and I don't know what to do.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to talk about this one.
Nikki's like, bring it on. All right, let's hear it.
My youngest brother, Ben, fake name, is the baby of the family, and he likes to act like he's immature, but I don't think he actually is. In my opinion, he just learned he can get attention by acting a certain way. Bracket, I have 6 siblings together, and my mom did her best, but still, you can only do so much. And bracket... Yo, fair. Like, he claims that he needs certain stuffed animals to go to sleep, and he'll throw a total shit fit if he doesn't have it. He has a bunch of these literal rituals he says he needs, and my mom and dad do it. Bracket, special orders at restaurants, asking for crusts to be cut off sandwiches. I was making my own sandwiches when I was in 1st grade, but he still has mom making his. They keep saying he'll mature at his own pace.
Oh, hell
enabling.
Not if you keep dating them. Like,
yeah, he will have, like, leave him be. Let him do his stuff on his own once or twice. He'll have he'll have a tantrum like maybe 4 times or maybe even 10 times, but the 11th time he will be fine.
I moved out of state 2 years ago, so I wasn't home when it happened, but a few weeks ago I was chatting with my mom and she mentioned Ben had peed on the couch. And I was like, what? She was like, oh, it was an accident. He leaked. Leaked?
A 14-year-old kid leaking. Are you fucking kidding me?
Turns out that he asked my mom if he can be diapered as punishment moving forward.
No!
God.
No! Oh no!
Oh no.
See, I'm sex positive, I'm fetish positive, I love all this stuff, but don't make your parents do it to you, please. Oh.
There are lines, yes. Okay, listen, you're allowed to have whatever fetish and be into whatever you want, provided you're not harming another person, but everybody needs to consent. Are your parents consenting to this? And how did we know that all of this is consensual? That, like, okay, moving on.
Just having tantrums around the house. What the fuck?
Oh god.
Oh, if it were my mom? Oh, she would have like chappal utha ke main teri mein pitai kara main jab 10 din mein and she would have like gone after my brother with the jandals. If it wow.
I asked my
other brother,
17-year-old male, who still lives at home, and he says it's been going on for almost half of the year, and he has been diapered as punishments 7 or 8 times. One time lasting up to a week during Christmas break. He said that Ben pretended he had lost his potty training after week 1, but then magically remembered how when it was time to go to school.
Oh god. Oy, 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 oy.
My other brother thinks it's funny and gross, but I'm sure it's a fetish. I think this is equally my parents' fault. Ben is 14 and they shouldn't be indulging this, even if it isn't a fetish. Even if he's just immature, you can't expect him to mature if you don't set expectations for him to grow. Why should he? I don't know what to do. If I told my mom what I think, she'd probably call me the perverted one. I don't want to have this conversation with Ben, but I want Ben to grow up to be a healthy, mature man. I don't know how that can happen right now. Frankly, I'm hoping Ben will see it while browsing Reddit and figure out that he hasn't tricked anyone. Except my mom and dad. I don't know what else to do. I know this probably sounds like a great joke, but this is my family. I want to be able to bring my own kids around their uncle one day. Is there anything I can do now? Now I'm wondering if I'm overreacting.
No, you're not overreacting, number one. And yeah, like, God, a 14 kid. I'm sure he's just pushing the boundaries. He's just trying to see how much he can push his parents. That's it. And his parents, I think, so they're probably feeling guilty that they didn't get to coddle all the older kids, so they're just like coddling this kid as much as they want to and can. And yeah, frankly, this kid is like pushing the boundaries. That's what it is. Oh my goodness.
So at the end of the day, we don't actually know if this is actually a fetish or not. This is something that is a
we
fetish.
don't know.
We don't know if it's a fetish for this person. On the other hand,
if it is.
Therapy might be a good start.
Yeah.
Probably therapy
maybe
for the kid, the mom, and the dad. All 3 of them probably should go.
Yeah.
Get help, please.
Oh
Go.
my goodness.
Good Lord.
Military. God's
if it
auditor
is-
says
if it
military
is-
school.
Yeah, if it is a fetish that he's like putting on
Indulging
his
in.
parents to do to him, like the layers of therapy that he would need for that.
Oh God.
And it's just
yeah.
gonna get worse. Like if he keeps getting what he wants, and he realizes the more bizarre he gets with it too, right? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's pushing the boundaries, saying what he can get.
The sexual component of diaper wearing is just, if it is a fetish and he's doing it to his parents or making his parents do it, that's another fetish, and that fetish is even worse, and it can get worse, and I can't with it.
Yeah,
I can't with
it just gave me goosebumps, man, thinking about it.
Yeah.
Woo.
Like,
I think there's something to be said for giving the kid the benefit of the doubt that he is just being a shithead. Like, he is just being an asshole kid who thinks he can do and get away with whatever the hell he wants. So there's essentially going to be 2 options. This kid is going to move away and realize that he can't do this because he's not going to be doing it in college.
No, he won't do it in college. He's just
And he
doing
said
this
they're already not doing it at school. The parents could man the fuck up and be like, well, nope, you're going to school. You need to have your diaper on, go to school, slap on the ass, and off he goes. Therapy for everyone involved would probably be a good idea anyway. But, like, odds are he's going to move out. He's either going to move out, go to college, and have to stop, or he's going to not be able to manage college and be doing this exact thing forever from home. And his parents are going to be taking care of them well into retirement.
Oh wow, I hate to think that will happen. Seriously.
with this level of babying though, that honestly is a massive there's a massive chance of that happening.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Remember, Sammy Jenkins making a good point. We've given advice for the parents or for the kid, but we haven't given advice to the person actually asking.
Oh.
What does this girl do?
Therapy. They say, Mom, there's something really wrong with this.
Yeah.
Just go for therapy. Just go to, I think so. They're child specialists. They can go to a child specialist. Just go to a child specialist, Mom. this is not normal. So just say that this is not normal behavior.
For the sister, though, the sister's the one who's saying it, right? Or is it a brother?
It's a sister.
The sibling.
Yeah.
It's a sister.
Yeah. So the advice to the sister that I would give is honestly just confront the parents about it. I mean, find a way and practice a way that feels most comfortable to you that you can bring up to them. But
Yeah,
if
not
you
mention it as a fetish. Don't mention it as
that's
a
the
fetish,
thing
yeah.
though. No, she needs to say that. She needs to say that the babying is getting too much, and the fact that he requested a specific punishment that is a well-known fetish, especially with all these other babying tactics which do fall under the category of a baby. I think they're called littles.
Yeah.
But it's like a little fetish where they legitimately they pretend to be toddlers and or babies.
Yeah. They've got their beds like made up as like, what do you say, toddler cots and everything. Yeah.
I mean, I can understand like the discomfort in having to confront your parents about it, but honestly, this is something that would need to get therapy.
They might
100%, and the parents.
They might react the bad way the first time. They might just like go, "What are you talking about?" and be angry. But I guess if you give them some time to absorb whatever you put in front of them, and then come back to them again later, they might be. Once the shock wears off, they might be more open to listening to it, because I'm sure they must be getting tired of it. I'm very much sure. Yeah.
Like literally, if this is something like this, she needs to go with specific examples of behaviors. Like she'll need to like write it down, like straight up, just give a list. And like Manya said, they'll probably not take it well the first time if they're at all jaded about the situation. Or if they themselves have been thinking about it and they just get super reflexive about it. But seriously, specific examples and then parallels that you can draw between the fetish and what the child is doing, like legitimately.
I would recommend doing some research about other kids around this age doing the same thing, as well as do a little bit of research on the fetish itself. So you don't have to bring up the fetish right away. You don't have to be like, "Hey, Mom, I think you're participating in brother's fetish." Have you consented to this?
Like, just put it in this way: which 14-year-old demands that they be diaper punished? So who in the family has ever demanded that? Right. Just start there.
Well, I would just start with, "Hey, what's Mom? You want to give me some more details about what's going on here?" Don't you think that's like a little bit much for his age? Might be a good idea to maybe look at therapy, and then let them talk about it that way. And then if you need to pressure more, bring up examples. And then if you need to pressure more, bring up fetish. And then like do it in layered. It doesn't have to all happen in one conversation either. And you know what? Worst case scenario, if it does get to the point where you can't handle it and you need to be away from that person, cut them off if you have to. If that's the way it has to be, then that's the way. If you're not comfortable, you don't have to participate in it. You don't have to like go home for whatever. You can be like, "Okay, well, listen, I appreciate it. I love you guys as my family, but I can't support what you're doing, and I can't support this situation. I would love to be able to bring your granddaughter around, and I can't do that because this situation has become way too much. I can't handle it. I don't want my child around it, and I'm sorry." And then just, if you want to come visit, you're gonna have to come to me to visit, and he's not welcome.
Yeah. Your desire for your children to be around their uncle is second to the safety of your children.
Right.
So you have to make sure your children are safe first. They can meet their uncle to Skype if they want to, but even that also, if they continue to do the same behavior into adulthood.
I mean, realistically, there are mean things you could do that I wouldn't recommend, which are like get pictures of it and like talk about it when his friends from school are at home.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that would be kind of traumatizing.
Well, what he's doing is traumatizing to everybody else. It's only fair.
If there's an open game to him, then why not him? Like he's very and let me say, this kid knows what they're doing. So because they know not to do it in school, so they know that they can get away with it at home. So they're very intelligent and they know what they're doing. They're very strategic. So yeah,
Yeah.
fair game.
Talk
Game on.
about it. Well, sorry, honey, you're home and I can't have you leaking on the couch. Make sure you put your diaper on. Oh, you want to go to a friend's house for a sleepover? Don't forget to bring your nights.
Nights.
Your nappies.
Diaper.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. This is like, okay.
Yeah. We got kind of caught up
We're
there.
getting distracted.
Ooh.
Okay. I, 20s male, need help breaking up with my girlfriend after she threatened my career.
Ooh.
I'm a guy in my late 20s with a moderately successful career creating educational and sometimes funny content on YouTube. I'm hardly famous or anything, but decently well known in some communities. I need advice on what to do about my girlfriend, mid-20s female, and the situation we're in. We've been dating for 3+ years and we live together. Recently, I've decided it would be better to end our relationship as we have wildly different goals/plans for life. For example, I don't want kids and she is set on them. In my opinion, where this distinction is important, especially as she has begun talking about how she would like me to propose.
Ow.
However, after discussing my feelings with her, and letting her know, I'm fixing the grammar as I'm speaking, by the way, and letting her know what I wanted, her behavior has been getting more and more concerning. Originally, she asked for another try in case I changed my mind, but considering how different I think our plans are for life, I said no. Like give dating another try. Unfortunately, my girlfriend did not take this very well and has been alternating between giving me the silent treatment and being incredibly needy for my attention and making threats. My girlfriend has never been involved in helping me create online content before, but she has warned me that if we break up, she will be on the record and say that I was a terrible boyfriend and toxic in our relationship.
Really?
I won't lie, I'm terrified. I know of several websites where posts from former friends, coworkers, or spouses of people in similar circles have blown up and caused terrible damage to the person's reputation. Even if this doesn't destroy my career, I don't want to be known in online culture as the guy who was awful to his girlfriend. We're stuck together at the moment due to the pandemic. Since we are both working from home, I have no idea how to act around her or how to get out. But all I know is I need to leave this relationship.
Wow. Isn't this like kind of like if the genders were reversed, what would you think? Like
The same. This is abusive as hell.
Yeah, this is abusive. Number one, you need to document everything.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on between you both in text, document that. That's going to be very important if she's going to threaten you, and if she's threatening you of spoiling your reputation in future, and you're dependent on social media for your income. So buddy, get out of there. Seriously, get out there fast. And it's not unreasonable. What he is expecting is not unreasonable at all. They have different goals in life. They've had a good relationship so far. Why not end it on good terms? And there are plenty of other fish out in the sea. And I think so on the issue of kids, people should get a choice to choose whether they want to have kids or not.
Absolutely.
Men, women, yes, of course, and men too. Men should also get that choice. They definitely. And this guy, hey, don't have sex with her. Don't have sex with her, even if you have a condom on. Don't.
Oh God,
that was literally like my first thing. As I was thinking, I was like, she's probably gonna try and get herself pregnant, especially if she's like, let's move forward with this relationship, and she definitely wants kids. Yeah.
That is a whole lot of nope. That is a whole lot of nope right there. Yeah. Your best bet is Manya is 100% right. You need to document everything that you possibly can. Have your phone recording. You're a YouTuber, you know how to record shit. If you need to record your conversations with her, do it. Figure out the law and where you live about whether or not you have to have her consent to record.
2-party consent or 1-party consent, what it is.
Figure out whatever that is wherever you are. Like, it's not an issue in Canada. In Canada, you don't have to tell somebody. It's just but if you're in America or you're somewhere else, figure that out, so make sure that you have that. And then just say, like, moving forward, unfortunately, due to your behavior, I can't trust you. I would love to work things out with you, but unfortunately, because you're threatening me, I have to record everything from moving forward for the time being to protect myself.
Yeah.
And then just record yourself saying that, record her saying okay, and if she says no, and you say, sorry, I can't talk to you unless we're recording. And then keep it silent treatment, and if she decides to talk to you, then you hit that record button, because that is her consenting to being recorded, because you already made it clear that if we are speaking, you are going to be recorded. You do not need to remind her later.
And also, since you have been living together for 3+ years as partners, if you go for a separation, what are the laws in your country about that? How much you share, what property you share, and, income you share.
Find an apartment. Get yourself an
know?
apartment. Cut her off of any kind of financial anything going on.
Yeah.
Make sure you have a
Separating
separate bank account. Get all of that shit separated. Even if you end up getting together again later, or you decide you want to get together again later, whatever, that's fine. That's on you. But get your shit separated and make sure it is separated.
When someone starts like threatening you with like, oh, I will destroy your career by saying that you were a shitty, toxic boyfriend when you weren't, I would not trust that person.
Even if you were a shitty, toxic boyfriend, if somebody's
they're forcing you to stay with them,
right? Exactly.
Saying,
Right, make notes. If you have to, write things down when they happen. Keep memos. So that way if it does blow up, just have your own ass protected. So even if she does, which she's probably going to if you break up with her or not. Yeah, don't marry this person, and if you do marry this person, get a prenup. Don't let this person manipulate you and bully you into marriage. Just bullshit.
Yeah. It's so scary, man. Shesh, where did you find these today?
Change the password. Change your passwords. Yes, change all your
Change
passwords.
Your passwords, man. Your bank access, like if she can access your credit cards or your cards or your bank accounts, get her off there now.
Everything changed.
Just get her off.
Yeah, this is a whole lot of nope. You need to start separating things on the lowdown. Start recording everything. If you can get audio, get audio. If you need to make a journal, make a journal. And then just the way you write your journal, make sure it's written in a way that you can make it public if you so desire. So it's not like just bitching. It's like literally this. Here's the time. Here's the date. Here's what happened. Here's the time. Here's the date. Here's what happened. Here's the time. Here's the date. Here's what happened. And like, trust your supporters, trust the people around you. If you've cultivated, and we've talked about this on Caffeine Corner, if you've cultivated people who care about you for the science, and you've cultivated people who care about you, and you've cultivated a community that are about critical thinking and a community that are about actually having facts and information, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Yeah, and you can always trust, like,
and we have actually
build a community you can trust.
Yeah.
And hell, reach out to us maybe. We might be able to help you out. Hi, whoever you are.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, and also we have seen like a lot of there's a new wave of feminism which actually puts men also in the same situations that women have faced, regarding domestic abuse and all. And this new wave of feminism has started realizing that domestic abuse can go both ways. So I think so you will be fine. Just keep your shit together and just focus on, getting yourself out of there. I know it's pandemic and stuck together, but you can, if it comes to like separation and all that thing in future, you can at least start showing the courts, well, I started separating my finances at this time, even when it was the pandemic, because it was my intention not to stay with her and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, keep it on track. Just don't get deterred because it's a pandemic. Yeah.
Hi, Moon.
Hey,
Oh.
All right. You guys ready for the next one?
Let's go.
All right. My boyfriend always chooses porn over me, and I'm ready to leave.
This sounds like Onicio. Wait, am I in my flow today?
It's that time of the month. But okay. I cannot deal with it anymore. In the beginning, I used to try to convince myself the amount of porn he watched was normal, but no one else I've ever been with used it as much as he did.
Fast red flag.
This is a great start. I like it.
Right.
We've been together a few months. We stopped having sex and maybe had it once every fortnight. For the past 2 years, my issue has always been that I'd like to have more sex. I've brought it up with him so many times, but his excuse is always, I have a low sex drive. How can that possibly be true when he's watching porn twice a day? I confront him and he blows up. He's even told me it wasn't him before, and it must have been me looking at it. When we do have sex now, it takes him so long to get it off. I just don't do it for him, and it's incredibly awkward.
What?
As soon as I leave the house, he does it. It's like he's waiting for me to go out, but he does it when I'm in the other room too. Like I'm laying in bed? Why doesn't he just come and see me? I feel so small. What is so repulsive about me that he can't come near me? I've suggested toys, bought underwear. He just isn't interested in me. I'm not hideous. I get more attention from guys when I'm walking down the street than I ever do from him. Porn was never an issue for me, but I hope it won't be again. But he is so incredibly selfish. I don't want to try to put up with it anymore. It's not normal to prefer porn, surely.
Depends, some people have fantasies that can only be fulfilled by porn, I guess. Depends on the type
but
of porn.
That's the thing, though, is if that's the case, then he doesn't need to be with somebody who he's not pleasuring.
He needs to communicate that. He needs to communicate that, right?
Yeah.
Like he's not willing to work with her. Like maybe he's watching porn and she is there with him or something like that.
Right.
Like her, what she needs to get off is just as important as what he needs to get off, and he's completely ignoring her entire existence. Honestly,
if parties are different, then what's the point
honestly, this is very simply not sexually compatible, and him not willing to work on it means that it probably won't work out. And I don't usually say that a lot, but she just needs to leave, honestly.
It seems like it's not going anywhere. Chat has Ghoul and God's Auditor both gay. God's Auditor says, I keep hearing stories about guys in the closet.
A Hawk Skull says, this already sounds like a porn addiction. It can be. It's
possible.
You never know.
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought, was that maybe he's actually got an addiction problem.
Yeah, it's
absolutely
possible. What I really noticed in this Reddit thread was that they said that he blames her that she might be watching the porn, not him. So
yeah, that's lying. So bizarre.
Yeah, so someone who's so blatantly shifting blame. Yeah, I think so. It's time. It's addiction. It's getting into addiction mode. I'm not an expert. Don't but yeah.
How often is the answer get help?
Yeah, how often? But didn't they say twice a day?
Yeah, twice a day at least.
Yeah, at least. So, yeah, if you need to watch porn twice a day, I don't know. I don't even think that's necessarily too much. I think it's just a matter of it's a matter of a combination of these issues. You've got a combination of this person lying, saying they don't have a high sex drive, but consuming and getting off twice a day, while also avoiding their significant other. So
also a very, very bad attempt at gaslighting.
Oh yeah, and also anytime they attempt to have sex, he's she's not doing it for him, I guess. So it's taking a long time for him to get off. So either that's because of the porn, or if it's down the addiction route, or if he's gay and or bi and having trouble with her in particular. something's not getting communicated here at the end of the day. I think that's what we're getting at. This relationship's going nowhere fast. Ready for the next one? I have so many. We have so many to go through, and this is like, I have them all divvied up. I have one that's just titled Sad Things. So if we want to have a sad episode where it's just like sad, depressing, like, oh, no. I, 27-year-old female, have the impression that my boyfriend, 32-year-old male, is a mama's boy, but he convinces me that I am wrong, and sometimes I believe him. I'd like to share some examples. I wonder if this is too much, or do you think I'm being too picky?
Oh, wow.
Ready?
Let's hear this. Let's go.
Actually, I want to get in the chat. I want to vote in the chat for the last one, actually. 1 in the chat if you think it's porn addiction. 2 in the chat if you think that he's gay. And 3 in the chat if you think it's some combination of both.
Yeah, sounds
and 4 if you think other. 4 if it's other. And tell me what it is. Tell me what you think it is.
Yep, 4 and next to it, whatever you think is other.
Yes. So again, 1 if it's porn addiction, 2 you think he's gay, 3 it's some combination, and 4 other if you think it's something else.
Oh.
We're pretty mixed.
Ooh, that's divided. Not kind of divided, but 69, obviously.
Obvi.
Nice.
Mr. Siri says it depends on the... Yeah, that's could be, yeah. If we knew what kind of porn it was, we might be more we might be able to tell a little bit better. Ooh, 4 intimacy issues. Ooh, 4 I think he's not physically attracted to her. Man, we got a smart chat. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Am I being too picky? I, 27-year-old female, will start off by saying that family is very important to me. I have a close relationship with my parents, siblings, and grandparents. Are they changing your diaper? Are they that close?
I should have known.
Okay, sorry. I'm really sorry. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry at all.
It was perfect.
I was always happy that my boyfriend, 32-year-old male, was the same. However, there were a few weird situations with his mother. Oh, maybe his mom is changing his diaper.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Let's
And
okay.
I began to wonder if their relationship is healthy.
Oh, wow. If you're thinking that... Alright, let's hear it.
Generally, if you bring up the word, is this healthy? And healthy is the centerpiece.
You already
I tend to
know
listen.
that it's... Yeah.
Yeah.
You already know the answer.
Right.
Okay. I met my boyfriend 4 years ago when I finished my university and started working abroad. He was 28 years old, he had no job, and lived with his mother. His parents have not been together since he was a small child. He was playing video games all day, watching movies, smoking weed. I mean, it's okay for the weekends, but not every day. At the beginning, we were why did you start dating this person?
Yeah, seriously.
Right.
Okay, sorry.
He's got a big dick.
Maybe he's very good looking or something. Very, very good looking.
Maybe he's just really, really lucky. Have a good night, Warped.
Hey,
Bye.
At the beginning, we were dating for about 3 months, and then he said that he was never 100% with me. Because, okay, he liked me, but we were too different. He didn't like my religious, political, or ideological views. Did she start dating an incel?
Right?
Oh my goodness. What the hell?
Weird.
I never had a problem with... Right?
What's going on here? Why would you, you are a university graduate and you're working. Why would you date someone who's not working? I just
I mean, I can understand circumstance, right? Like sometimes people get in circumstances so they end up this, that, and the other thing, or people get into a funk and they get out, or you know what I mean? Like there are circumstances that might make this
possible.
reasonable that you're staying at home, or they already graduated and they were unlucky and they picked or stupid and they picked a graduate degree that wasn't really going anywhere for them, or there was layoffs recently, or there are reasons why this might be acceptable. But why are you going into he didn't like my religious, political, or ideological views, and he said that it was a deal breaker. Like, he wasn't 100% invested in the relationship because of that. Like, that's super immature.
Jesus.
Okay. Fuck. I never had a problem with it, but he said that he didn't want to see me anymore because he would be ashamed to introduce me to his mother. He said I was stupid and that it would be a betrayal over her education. What? At the beginning, I started to defend myself, but a moment later, I ended the conversation, and 2 weeks later, I moved to another country. Good!
Oh, good. Good.
After 2 months, he wrote me that he missed me and that he was wrong and he wanted to be with me officially. He visited me and we started a long-distance relationship. When I was visiting him, he was renting hotel rooms or we were staying with his friends. I met his mother officially 8 months later, then we were staying with her. For the next 6 months, he was out of work, but he wanted me to move in with him, so he finally found something. He also found a flat. Okay, so in her defense, he found work so she could move in, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Well,
I'm skeptical, but okay.
They're making efforts. Okay.
Okay. For the next 6 months, he was out of work, but he wanted me to move in, so he finally found something. He also found a flat on the same street as his mother, only 100 meters away.
Oh,
no!
For several months, she was doing his laundry and ironing. When I moved to the city, then I started helping with it.
Oh, boy.
This is why people should live on their own at least once in their lives. Live by yourself. Just do it. Learn how to function, please, for the love of God.
Yeah. Please try and be independent of your parents. Don't let them, interfere. Live away from your parents. And,
I mean, I can kind of understand it being really convenient, like, if they both, like, if him and his mom are living in this apartment, and an apartment opening, and it comes up, and it's a really good deal, and you take that apartment. Like, I've been in that situation before, and it's like, why would I not take this apartment? It's great. It's down the hall, but who cares? It's my own place.
Yeah, but then it's your own place, and your parents, you set boundaries, right?
Yeah, exactly. This seems like a lack of boundary issue so far, but we'll see. Yeah. We'll get there. This isn't too bad yet.
All right, let's do this.
2. Once we had a dinner at her place, he told everyone, quote, if I won the lottery, I'd buy a big castle and we'd all live together. Me, him, and his mother. Maybe he was trying to be nice. Okay.
Yeah, because the culture I come from, boys and usually end up looking after the parents.
Right.
So it's expected that the parents stay with the boy after their retirement and stuff. So I don't know, maybe it's part of his culture, we don't know that part. That he might be being sweet and it's like, we're all gonna live together and it'll be great in a castle,
okay,
that's not weird.
Whenever his mother calls, he talks to her in such a way that I consider it as a combination of child voice and flirtation. One day I told him I had the impression he was like a small child around her, and then he started, fuck off, you are stupid, you have no right to criticize my relationship just because you don't have the same one. That's a red flag right there.
Well, it depends, child's voice, child's voice. Okay, that's something.
I don't care about his voice. I care about, hey, you kind of sound like a kid when you talk to your mom. Fuck off, you're stupid. What?
Yeah.
That's if he's not even open to any suggestions from you or anything like that, then it's it's still not doing for me. It's her point of view, child's voice and flirtation.
Yeah.
It's her voice. And she. and she's saying she had an impression that he was like a small child around her.
Yeah.
So she's not giving examples of what he's talking about with his mother, right? If she gave some examples of what he said, like, he said about we would all live together, me, him, and his mother. She would give more examples, then I would be like, okay, that's definitely messed up or something. But it's her impression, and what caused that impression, I would love to know. So yeah, it's still not doing it for me. So yeah.
Not quite yet. I get a bit of a red flag from his response to that. I get a bigger red flag from the fuck off, you're stupid, you have no right to criticize my relationship just because you don't have the same one.
I would like
that's a red flag.
I would beg to differ. It depends how she said it to him, maybe. Maybe she said it in
even if she said it in a condescending tone, fuck off, you're stupid is not how you respond to your significant other.
Yeah. And this isn't the first time that she said he's called her stupid for them disagreeing.
He's done that before, so okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
4.
All right.
For his apartment, curtains were bought by his mother. She also helped with furniture. I can't lie because you can see it right away, so when they asked me if I liked them, they immediately saw that, nope, not really. Oh, we lost Nikki. Yeah. But.
Oh, Nikki's gone?
We lost her.
Oh dear.
Where'd she go?
No.
Oh, panic! We were doing so well on technical issues. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. I'll keep going. It'll be okay. I can't lie because you can see right away. So when they asked me if I liked them, they immediately saw that, nope, not really. So she didn't really like the curtains. Nikki, you missed nothing. She didn't like the curtains. Then his mother said, quote, she doesn't like it. I replied that I preferred a different style. When I showed them inspirations, they laughed at me. I felt a bit rejected. I knew they would read it from my face, so I pretended that my sister had called me and I went to the bathroom to calm down. When I came back, his mother left and my boyfriend asked me, why do you do this? Why are you looking for problems? I told him that I felt rejected, and he said that everything was in my head and that I had to stop being so sensitive. Gaslighting!
Now it's like, so you asked her about it, and she said she didn't like it. And when she said she's told you what she liked, you made fun of that. And then when she felt bad about being made fun of, you gaslighted her and saying that she's the one looking for problems when you asked her in the first place whether she liked it or not. Really? That's a big no-no from me.
And now we're getting into, like, I can see why now she might be viewing these as more of a problem in a retrospect than they were at the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, altogether.
Yeah.
It's a pattern.
Yeah. 5. In addition, I also think that she doesn't like the fact that I have a great connection with my boyfriend's father. I saw that when she was watching us at my boyfriend's birthday.
Interesting.
6. But the cherry on top was the day he bought the washing machine. Oh no, not washing machines. You mean you're the woman, you're not the washing machine? What?
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Listen, my mommy changes my diapers and you need to wash my diapers.
Yes. Or the washing machine. But I'm not going to wash my diapers.
We went to the store for a detergent and I showed him the liquid I used. He said, however, he had to call his mother because he wasn't sure if the powder or the liquid was better.
Really? Wow.
He must because his mother, quote, has more experience doing laundry.
Well, technically, yes.
Yeah, but you can't just trust your girlfriend in this.
Like, come on, man.
Why would you?
Like,
Okay.
Are you like someone who buys like super expensive clothes that you have to use like particular grade of laundry powder or liquid? Washing.
Okay, so this is something that I understand if you're living on your own for the first time and not knowing, but you're not living on your own. You're living with your girlfriend who's like, okay, well, I'll show you. We're gonna get this one, and he goes, hold on a minute, I need to drop everything I'm doing to call my mom. Like, if he was like, like the next time he was talking to her happened to be like, oh, hey, we were looking at laundry detergent and she said this one. I'm curious which one you use because I just want to know and decide which one I want to get for pricing, and why do you use that one? Does it have like a particular benefit or anything? But like to drop everything you're doing at the store to be like, Mom!
Mommy!
Oh my goodness. God. Okay, now
If I did this to
where the
my
issue
mom,
might
she would
get.
lose her shit. She'd be like, could you not?
Yeah.
Like, figure it out.
Yeah.
Leave me
My
alone.
mom was like seriously, you couldn't you got a degree and you can't figure out a washing machine, seriously. Actually, like, let your kids figure stuff out on their own. They might make a mistake, but yeah, like, fuck, like, unless they're setting the house on fire, I don't think so. You have to be
Yo,
worried
it gets
about
better. Yo, it gets better.
Oh, okay, let's go.
When we returned to the apartment, I asked him to show me the instructions. He said that maybe it was better to call his mother.
Oh god.
The washing
He's
machine
not
was
asking- Oh god.
The washing
Sorry.
machine was set cool. Inhale, exhale. I wanted to
Oh,
wash the
God.
floor and ask where was the bucket. He said he would ask his mother because he was not sure if he had bought a
Okay.
bucket at all.
Okay. All right. Now I'm like too dependent on mommy now. He's a mommy's boy.
Hi, Ash. Welcome. I think my boyfriend might be a mommy's boy, but I'm not sure. Am I overreacting?
No, girl, you're not. No, girl, you're not. If the guy cannot look for a bucket around his house and he needs his mother for that, oh god. A bucket.
Mom,
Fuck.
where did I put my
You don't
keys to my
remember. Just say,
car?
okay, I'll go and buy you a bucket. Fuck.
He said he would ask his mother because he was not sure if he bought a bucket at all. I couldn't stand it. I knew how sensitive he was, so I tried to say in the most gentle way that he was a 30-year-old and must be more independent. That he can't call his mother all the time, and I can help him as well. He told me to leave his flat, so I
Wow.
went to my place. A moment later, he texted me, quote, if you realize what you did wrong, then you can come back, because it's not nice of you, end quote.
Oh hell no.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta take my glasses off for a second, because this is serious talk.
Oh god.
That is that right there is the opening to start the shitfest. I would be
Yeah.
doing nothing but beginning to torment this person.
For real?
I would
You just
legitimately
let it
just be like, oh, hold on, I have to call my mom to see if I can come over.
Whoa.
And then I would start calling his mom for everything instead of talking to him. He'd be like, do you want to see
Oh,
a
yeah.
movie? And I'd be like, hold on 1 second. Hi, mom. Yeah, I want to know if I can see a movie, and I'm not sure which movie to see. I was like, oh, hey, can we have chicken for dinner? Oh, 1 second. Boop, boop, boop. Hi, mom. Yeah, is it okay if we have chicken for dinner? I'm not sure what kind of chicken to make. Can you come over and show me how to make the chicken?
Yeah, just let him do all the work.
Just call his mom for Hey, I have to go to the bathroom and I had to take a dump and I'm not sure if I need to use 1 square, 2 squares, or 3 squares of toilet paper to wipe. That's the response you start getting. Don't fuck with me.
Buddy, you can't play this game.
Oh, we need to call your mom for everything? Okay, I'll start calling your mom for everything. Hi,
you know.
Mom. I just started an oil fire on the oven because I clearly can't cook without talking to you, and I try to do it on my own, and obviously I'm just, I'm not enough of an adult to do it. Can you come put out the fire that I just started in the apartment?
Can you call 911 on the way here?
Can you call 911 for me? Okay.
So he's gaslighting her. Oh my goodness! Like,
If you realize what you did wrong, then you can come back.
come back because it is not nice of you. So she's telling you to be more independent. It's not nice of you. I wonder why. Maybe because I'm independent. That's why.
Fuck. If you okay, so he said that in my head I was in competition with his mother, that I was jealous and selfish, and that is because I don't believe in myself. I make enemies everywhere, even in his family, and he won't let it happen. That he doesn't fool around with family, and that he thought I had the same values. He wanted an apology, but I didn't feel like I had done something wrong. 'Cause you didn't.
No, you didn't. Fuck him.
If we were like this for 6 months and then broke up with me and I left, I forgot to mention, just before we split up, he booked a vacation for us because he broke up with me. He went on our trip with his mother. I mean, I understand that it's not with me, but come on.
Whoa. Well, like, he might not get the refund, so he went with his mother. Like, he couldn't find anyone else.
Like that might be whatever, but dude.
Yeah. But seriously, like, but he could have found his friends. He could have gone with one of his friends.
I don't think this guy has any friends.
Yeah.
Mom, can I have friend? No, you can't be friends with that person. They're a bad influence, sweetie. I felt guilty that I failed this relationship because he kept saying that all the time. Somehow I believed it. We haven't had contact for 8 months. It sounds like he's not your boyfriend anymore if you haven't talked to each other for 8 months, but okay.
Yeah.
But he wrote me to say we've been back to... Wait, what? But he wrote to me, and we've been back together for 2 months, again long distance.
Come on.
The day before yesterday, we had a fight, and yesterday he told his mother that we're back together. She said that he needed someone else and that we didn't belong together. Yes, she is actually correct. He should just stay with his mother forever, and the dad should probably get the fuck out too.
Yeah, like, how can he decide for her whether they're back together? What?
She needs to move in with his dad.
Yeah, right.
Oh God.
And we would have to change too much. She thinks he needs someone to stimulate him, and that I want to be with him just to live in his country, which is total nonsense because I lived in 5 different countries with his or her or anyone's help. I wonder if this is too much, or I don't know. Do you think I am too picky? Should I be more tolerant? Dude.
Girl,
no, this is not your... This is the definition of you're in an abusive relationship and you don't realize it, and that's why you're putting up with this as much as you are.
Yeah, like, and yeah, he's a mama's boy. He's a mama's boy.
You are not being too picky because this person needed to call their mom about a washing machine detergent.
Yeah, and buckets.
Mommy, I forgot a bucket. Did I forget a bucket, Mommy? Mommy.
I would have I would have legitimately walked down into the toy section and picked up a sandbox bucket and thrown it at the fuck. Get out!
Yeah, like, and why okay, I get it. Like, I don't know why people feel guilty about not making it work when it's not supposed to work. I don't know, maybe they don't realize that it's not supposed to work. I don't know why. It happens a lot in Indian marriages actually too. Like, they stay together even though it might be the most abusive, incompatible marriage on the planet, but they stay together because one, it's a sign of weakness if you separate, or what will the people say? So why? Yeah, I don't get it. Seriously.
Nikki, you got anything to add to that one?
Minimum to be with you. They got a job and they got a flat. That's a bare minimum someone does to be with you, and you were just like happy with that, content with that, and you were trying to help them be independent, and they blamed you for it. Hell no.
Yep.
Fuck off.
Nikki, you got anything to add to that one?
No, nothing more than I think people get a little bit too attached to the idea of a relationship rather than the actual relationship.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think that she became a little bit too attached to this whatever he is. I don't even want to call him a mama's boy because that's disrespectful to mama's boys.
Bool says they have overdone spaghetti for spines.
For real, he is literally a worthless human being still suckling at the teat of his mother. And
there's a very Oh yeah, sorry, Nikki. Sorry, I'll let you complete. Sorry,
No,
my
you're
bad.
fine. He's legitimately still a child. If he can
Yeah,
continually say you're stupid and blah 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 and blow up about stuff that she's trying to have a conversation with, he's still a child. His mom
Yeah.
has not done him any favors. She's
no,
just encouraging him to
and
be
I
a
Enabling.
useless, worthless person.
yeah, and it might be a part of to try and keep him away from his dad because she mentioned that she has a good relationship with her boyfriend's father. So there might be that dynamic too. There's a reason why he's so attached to his mother and so dependent because she's made him that way. So
His
she can
parents
keep him
have
away.
not been together since he was a small child.
Yeah,
Okay.
but still, that doesn't
Yeah.
mean he can't have a relationship with his father.
Yeah, but
right?
what I'm saying is like that it is possible that it's unresolved issues between the parents. Like
Yeah.
parents
Yeah.
can have in some circumstances will weaponize one child, like weaponize the children against the parent or the other parent, and it's possible that this has happened, and because like she wants to be the good parent and the good mom and the cool mom and doesn't want to like lose her kid or whatever, she's spoiled the shit out of him,
Just
and
mollycoddle him all the
this is
time.
this is the result of that.
Yeah. Also, before
This is
we
nope. This is
move on-
nope.
Nope,
Nope.
girl, don't even think about it. Just tell him like fuck off, bye bye, tata, adios.
Tell you what,
Like-
I got one better for you. Text his mom to say you're breaking up with him because she clearly
Oh,
That is literally the perfect response. Yes, please.
well, you said so. We're breaking up. Thank you very much.
Hey, we're just break up with the mom. Don't even talk to him.
It's also funny, like how not guys, maybe children like these, they idolize their parents so much that whenever a partner comes into their life, they want their partners to emulate their parents, and that partner keeps on failing in that relationship because they're trying to emulate their parents all the time, and feel terrible about themselves because they can't achieve that. And I feel bad for such spouses and partners who end up trying to fill that void or trying to emulate the parents of their partners.
Right.
It's so sad
Yeah.
because
Well, then
people forget that their partners are like different human beings, and they might have different goals and aspirations and even standards about some things. So yeah, like ugh, it's so sad. Seriously. Yeah.
You guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
I'm the breadwinner, and my husband is a house spouse, and everyone we know has a serious problem with that.
Oh, come on.
When I got a good job in a low cost of living area where his job prospects were abysmal, he said he wanted to try his hand at being productive around the house and see if he could come up with ways to save and make money from home. That's cool. He is knocking it out of the park. He grows fruits and vegetables in a huge garden, has some fruits and nut trees growing, learned how to can, makes all our food from scratch, does a great job with the housework, keeps bees as a hobby so he can get out of the house and go to the local beekeeping association's meetings, and has made us a lot of interesting friends who keep bees, homebrews all of our beer, and last weekend he learned how to make soap. I like him. This dude's a keeper. 10 out of 10.
For real.
I'm proud of them. Proud of him. He sells produce and honey at the farmers market on weekends during the growing season. I also could he write a book? I would like to read a book about his life.
Oh wow.
Please.
People act like he must sit around and play video games all day. The things they say are horrible. I had to stop talking to one friend because she told me to divorce him. It's crazy. If it was him working and me busting my butt at home, no one would say anything to me.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like why the
double standard.
Seriously.
Double standard bullshit.
Yeah. And it's not like he's just sitting at home.
Legitimately, yeah.
He's a beekeeper. That's a like badass job. Like, come on.
He's not just sitting at home. He's not just doing household chores. He's not just cooking and cleaning. He's literally creating an income and learning things and being incredibly productive. Like this This is fantastic. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
I want to marry him.
Yeah, I would love to have a partner like that. Seriously.
Right?
Wow. And yeah, that's the thing, is like that's where patriarchy hurts men also, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And sexism hurts men the most because these role expectations that have been set up in the society.
Yeah, we
And
kind of have to assume that this is a male-female relationship. It's not explicitly said, but it seems to be where they're coming from.
Yeah.
even if it's a male-male relationship, like
Right.
it's hurting the male in this relationship in another way, because they assume that he's not doing anything productive. Even if he was at home
I
and he was
mad
looking
want
after
bees.
kids, that's being productive.
I mad
Come
want
on.
some bees. That's so cool. That's so cool. This guy is cool. And Mr.
Yeah.
Sirius makes a really good point. The people talking aren't friends.
Yeah,
Agreed. Drop
they're
them.
just nasty bitches.
Friends are the assholes. Drop them. Get rid of them. They're wasting your time. You've met new cool people at the Beekeeping Association. Go make friends with
For
those people.
real?
They're cool. Hell yeah. 10 out of 10.
wow.
I like that
Yeah.
one just because it was a funny,
Yeah.
happy story.
Please don't get out of this relationship. This is a relationship worth fighting for.
Yay.
Alrighty. That was a fun one.
Wait a minute. God's auditor says, I brew beer. I have kept bees. I have a huge garden. My wife works. I don't make food from scratch. I don't make food from scratch whenever I can. This might be about God's auditor. Damn, dude. 10 out of 10. Write a story
nice.
about beekeeping.
Yeah,
All right.
that would be great. I would read that.
My boyfriend, 28-year-old male, might be setting me, 19-year-old female, up to be used sexually by his friends or strangers for some fetish.
Okay. All right.
Listen, if it's not a bee suit, I'm not interested. And I mean like the honeybee suit from Final Fantasy VII for anybody who gets that
wow.
reference.
And I'm just looking at the age difference between both of them.
28,
it's 9
19. Yeah, that's a lot. Or that's a lot
Yeah,
for that age, I should say. It's not
Yeah,
really
for
that big of a
she's
deal. But...
19. She might not be that experienced in relationships right now. You never know. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see what's this. I will try to make the story as short as possible, but there's quite a bit I need to say to explain the crazy title. For starters, I found out a lot of this through snooping through his laptop. I know many of you consider this wrong, and I usually do too. Oh, and I do too usually, but I'm glad I did this time. Let me first say my boyfriend, let's call him Alan, and I have been together for a year, so she was 18. And he's always really loving and affectionate. He cares for me, and I'm really happy overall. It's my best relationship I've ever had. How many have you had? Because if it's one, or you dated one creepy asshole because you were like 16, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, but even if you had like boyfriends when you were a teenager and stuff, those are not really relationships. I don't think so, because
Well, they are, but they're like, training wheels.
Okay, yeah.
She went from training wheels to a motorcycle.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
turbocharged fucking
How
Bugatti.
about driving a three-wheeler or a two-wheeler bicycle first, maybe.
Right.
I would love to do bees, but first I need to become Crow God. I am going to become a Crow God at some point before I die. Unless some horrid accident happens to me and I die before I can become Crow God. Please, somebody take up the mantle of Crow God for me if something happens to me.
Oh, wow.
Okay. He's the best relationship I've ever had. Okay. He's always bought me gifts, but recently he bought me a lot of clothes that aren't my style at all, meaning it's quite a bit sexier than I would normally dress. I like short dresses and skirts and low-cut tops. Oh, sorry, not I like. He's buying things like short dresses, skirts, and low-cut tops. I was apprehensive at first, but he says it's the style he likes on girls, so I agreed to wear the items when we go out together. Okay, I'm gonna pause this real quick, because there's something I want to note. He's always really loving and affectionate. He cares for me, and I'm really happy overall. He always bought me gifts. When you are the ages around 18 or 19...
Yeah.
it's very easy to confuse what is actually what is to be expected from a relationship and what is to be expected. When you say affectionate, what does that mean?
Yeah.
When you say that he's
not
really
affectionate.
loving towards you, these are very vague terms that you're using, and it makes me think that the bar is probably not very high.
Yeah.
Because how much experience can you possibly have? I'm not saying your previous relationships don't count, and I'm not saying that you're wrong because you're young. I'm saying that around that age, it's hard for you to know.
Yeah.
So I would want to actually see this relationship, and if you're not a little bit maybe doughy-eyed about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't consider this weird at all. I was happy he thought I looked so beautiful. So, girl appears to have some self-esteem, maybe? Because you're 18 to 19, and that's pretty common for 18 and 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
That is, I was happy that he thought I looked so beautiful. That is, until a friend of his mentioned one day, "How are you liking the new clothes?" I was confused, but it didn't raise any red flags. I just thought he told them about buying me some gifts. Reasonable. Okay. But then about a week later, another friend of his said, quote, "I hear you're loving the new dresses. Alan said you've been wearing them out," end quote. At that point, I thought it was pretty strange he'd been chatting with them so much about my clothes. Here's where I did the snooping. He uses an app to chat with his friends that is also on his laptop, and I know the password. I logged on one night and checked the chat with his group of guy friends. They all talked about what clothes they're buying for the girls they're dating. There were pictures included of the girls in the outfits, and there were pictures of me in the new skirts and dresses. Nothing nude at all, just lots of pictures and revealing clothing. They talked about baiting other guys with our bodies at bars and clubs, meaning making other guys stare at us and have sexual urges for us. They shared stories of how random men looked at and talked about our bodies in the skimpy clothes they were buying.
Oh, God.
This is such a power fantasy.
Okay, no, this is disgusting. Oh, God.
There were some instances of ideas.
I get it if you're sharing ideas, if you're sharing ideas to buy, like, outfits for your girls, like, asking for suggestions. Like, what should I buy my girl?
Yeah.
But going beyond that, and on this power trip, girl, get out.
There were some instances of ideas being shared about things like getting us really drunk and letting a stranger feel us up, or even letting them take the girls back home with them.
What?
And Alan was the one that shared the idea several times.
What the fuck? Girl?
And then
Out
I
of
did
there.
some
Now.
and then I did some more snooping, and it got worse. Yay! I found a folder that was full of rape porn. I don't know whether or not it was real or actors, but he had a lot of it. And I'm not one to kink shame at all, but it seemed like a lot of the things together started to paint a bad picture.
Oh yeah.
So now I don't know what to do. First and foremost, I don't want to lose him and throw away our relationship, especially if it's just some silly fantasy that's just that, a fantasy. Fair. This girl is surprisingly reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, is...
You gotta be careful.
This type of thing is very clearly a fetish.
Yeah,
it's a fetish, it's a kink. And he brought her into it and started dressing her up within his fetish without fucking telling her.
Yes.
Yeah, without getting any consent, without discussing
There was
it.
no consent on her part to begin with.
Especially if you...
Yep. It has started with no consent, and now there's a rape porn involved. And I watch that type of stuff too, but I always watch the stuff that it's clearly consenting. People know what they're doing. People know what they're getting into. If you have a significant other who is literally putting his fetishes and his kinks on you without explaining, this is probably not just something that he wants to think about. He's already dressed her up in the clothes. He's already taken her out to the bars and already looked at how the men look at her. Like,
Yeah.
it's already happened.
And he's not
He has
involving her. Like, she has no say in this. And with the
Yes.
clothes also. So what he's doing is he's slowly pushing the boundaries.
Yes.
So he first started with the clothes. He knows that she doesn't like these clothes, but he has told her, "Oh, I like them, so you maybe you should try them." But he didn't tell her the main reason why he's asking her to try them. So he's pushing boundaries slowly, and he's getting away with it one at a time as she gets desensitized with it, at every step. So she has to be careful now. She might think that she might be open to this, whole fantasy thing even in future, but it might be just that he's desensitizing her to it. And she might not be into it actually, and she's just going along with it. Like she said, she doesn't want to throw away the relationship if it's some silly fantasy. So you gotta be very careful about it there. Yeah. Manipulation is high.
Boole says
And
Boole's
she's already young.
suggesting
She's already at that
yes.
age where she can be manipulated.
Yeah, Boole is suggesting grooming. I would agree with that. This does have some connotations of grooming. Okay, so but I'm also starting to worry that he may really be trying to get his friends or a stranger to grope me or more without going to the police, which I absolutely won't do, so please don't suggest it. What do I do for myself and for our relationship? Well...
What...
you need to have a conversation in a safe place with this person.
Yes.
At best.
Yeah.
That was my first thing. That's my first thought.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You
I hope they're not
Especially
living
with all the
together.
rape porn, Nope, she needs to be with somebody when she has this conversation.
Yeah, it needs to not just be
in a
the two of them, like, in
neutral
his apartment. Yeah, it needs to be a third party that is with you. Not a neutral third party. A third party who is there to help and support you if things go south.
Hello?
Yeah, nobody tells Boole to fuck off in here. Go away.
I get it.
So... here's the thing. This isn't going to be about, neutral, who's right, who's wrong. You're trying to communicate that you don't need a neutral party. You're already coming from a neutral standpoint. So don't be fooled into thinking that there is a neutral stance to be taken here. Secondly, you need to make sure you have somebody who's there that can support you. Period. They need to be able to support you.
Yeah. Because some guys can be really domineering in these situations, and if there's someone
it can be dangerous
on his side, the guy might just like grab you and take you with them, and the person might just sit there and just twiddle their thumbs.
Yeah, you need somebody who's going to be on your side and somebody who is confident enough to be that person that can put their foot down. And at best, you need to have a conversation and say, hey, listen, I saw all this stuff. What is going on? Is this a fetish of yours? And why would you not tell me about it? Because this is exactly what Nikki said. This is, you are wanting me to participate in a fetish without telling me. That's not cool. Yeah. Your other option that I would suggest, you need to contact the other girls. Because there's a decent chance that the other girls that are dating these men don't know this is happening. This could potentially be essentially a sex ring.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You never know. Oh, hell. Yeah.
It might not be a big one.
Yeah, I've heard about, like, how some people lure girls into sex rings through this. They give gifts and all that stuff. And the girls think they're just in a legit relationship. And they're just being in some sort of fantasy or, this fetish thing. But actually, they're being exploited. Yeah. So, that's a very good.
Contact the other girls, find out if any of them know about it. It is possible that not all of the men are in this situation are behaving like this Alan is. It is possible that all the other girls are actually consenting. But if you're not, and the other girls and the other guys don't know that you're not, because that's also possible. It might just be the one guy doing this.
Because that's what she's saying, right? That he's the one who's making these suggestions multiple times. She's not said anything about the other people in the chat.
It's saying that the other guys are going along with it and making suggestions. She just used his as the example. The thing is that the other girls, if they're all consenting, and those other men and girls think that you're consenting, you're alone. You are incredibly alone with all these people who think that you're consenting. Go talk to the other girls, find out if they know, if they consent, and maybe move together forward as a group rather than as individuals.
Yep.
Because it's also possible if he's the only one behaving this way and the only one doing this, then he's bringing other people into it without their consent also. It's not terribly unusual for people who are predators to lie and find other groups of people who are all consenting in fetishes. And taking advantage of those situations. Contact the other girls.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I would say Bula is saying don't talk to them alone either. I would probably reach out to the women in like a text format if it were me.
Yeah, text format.
And evidence.
If you don't feel confident about contacting them alone, just have someone with you while you're doing it, so they can.
Don't be isolated.
Gather as much evidence as possible as well.
Yeah, screenshot everything. Screenshot this stuff is happening. Yeah. All right, let's move on. That was dark.
It was. It really was.
My 29-year-old female husband, 34-year-old male, just told me I discussed him. Yay! That sounds great.
Wow.
We've been married for 9 years. I've been feeling frustrated and sad by the general lack of empathy he's shown me over the years. It took a year of therapy for realize that no, I'm not going crazy. My feelings are actually valid and I'm not always in the one in the wrong. One example from last year was that he trickled truth to me about having kissed not one, but 2 people at a party. The only reason I was able to get this out of him was because I'd gotten suspect from him asking if I'd ever done anything with anyone else.
Huh?
Lo and behold, it was projection. I was pretty... Wow!
Holy.
We're not familiar with that here.
Very flavorful language, I like it.
I was pretty numb and kind of dazed, and kind of dazily pushed for details. He blew up on me about it. Quote, "Don't you think I already feel bad enough? Why are you interrogating me?"
Oh, wow, I cheated on you.
That's so pathetic. That's so pathetic. He blew, basically... The fight came about how bad he felt and why I should feel bad for him. Oh. You need your diaper changed? Do you need to call your mommy?
Oh, God.
We more or less addressed that, but I think something in me snapped? I felt less and less willing to forgive and forget, especially without apologies, which are very, very rare, and kinda disengaged. The past weekend, we rented a car to go to his mother's place for lunch. I mentioned that I'd like to try driving just a bit too, since I'm not used to driving in this country, and it helps me be independent if ever I'm in a situation where I need to. I have a license, but back in my home country, and mostly are automated cars, so they have a standard. Yeah,
good.
He came up with his usual excuse of, quote, "No, you're not on the insurance / limited kilometers, etc.," which isn't a real excuse. That's not a thing. So if somebody's telling you that, that's bullshit. Insurance usually standard insurance covers a secondary driver if somebody else is driving your car.
Yeah.
And charge...
Not for rental cars.
Yeah, but this is his car. Did it say they were renting?
Oh, I thought they said that
Oh no, it says we rented a car. No, that is for rental cars. That's more so for rental cars. But you're correct, they were renting.
Yeah, anyone can, as long as you have a driver's license, you can.
Rental cars have a ton of insurance on them.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. I know. I've dealt with that.
He changed the subject before I could get another word in. So this guy's a dick.
Dick, he's a controller, he's a dick, and he's a cheater. Get out.
I later brought it up in a playful manner during lunch, and he blew up on me in front of his mom, who said nothing, slammed things, and yelled about, "I don't remember," and yelled about, ... I don't remember. To be honest, I was just sort of bewildered by the violence of his reaction. I tried to downplay it because I was embarrassed.
Wow.
He sounds pretty embarrassing, to be honest. Can't take this guy anywhere. But I shut down since then. I just felt hurt and numb and tired. If you feel tired in your relationship, it's probably time to have a major conversation and or move on.
Yeah.
He didn't apologize, but slowly pretended like everything was okay again. I hate that.
I hate it. Yeah, they're just like, nothing ever happened. We are all fine now. You're fine. I'm fine. I never cheated on you. It was as if never happened. Why are you so overreacting?
Oh, I hate that so much.
Oh, wow.
Until I brought it up again how my feelings have been hurt, which made him angry with me again.
When you can't talk about the feelings with your partner, yeah.
If you say, hey, I'm feeling kind of hurt, and they get angry at you...
Yeah. They don't care about you, obviously. They just care about themselves.
I took an angry walk and called my friend for support. When I came back, he'd suddenly sent me a gift card by email for the spa. A 7-month late birthday present. Just a little slap in the face.
Yeah. Give me the gift card. Shut up already.
Ugh. And it seemed like he wanted to pretend like everything was fixed. Spoiler alert, it's not, LOL. At least this person seems to have a little bit more of their humor still intact. That's good. Yeah. That's a good sign. Yeah. Since then, I've been mostly doing my own things and communicating a lot with friends from my home country who are directly affected by a lot of what's going on right now. Today, he snapped and told me, quote, "You disgust me," because I'm always on my phone and disengaged. Well, good.
Maybe they're looking for support that you're not giving them, you dipshit.
I would respond with, good, leave me alone then.
Yeah, like, go off and go kiss someone else at a party. Thank you very much. Fuck off.
I feel like I should be more hurt/shocked by this. Why? No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You're
desensitized to it now, and you're worn down, so you won't feel hurt or shocked.
I feel like a pretty strong thing. It feels like a pretty strong thing to say, but I don't know. I'm too tired. Yeah. I don't know what my question is to you all or for you all. I guess I just needed to share my feelings in a place where they might be considered. Thank you.
Where they might be considered.
No, get out and live your life.
Yeah, that's how low her standards are.
And self-esteem is. Yeah. I might be considered.
Wow. Ugh. It's so sad, man.
That's
it's
gross.
So sad what like some women put up with. I'm not going to be surprised if it's a woman from an Asia, like from back home, like in India, who has to put up with it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. So they've been married for 9 years. So she was 20
when she got married. Wow.
No, 21, I think.
21, yeah. That's still, for me, that's still too young to get married. Like
21 is young. To get married at 21 and having moved countries and to be treated this poorly.
Yeah. One of my flatmates was like that. She was even younger than that. I think too. She was in high school when she got married to one of the guys in the neighborhood, and she moved here, and they had a kid together. And then after a few years, this guy started doing this, stupid stuff, like, with one of his business partners, a female business partner, and she was so hurt by his behavior, and she moved out.
Yeah,
she moved out.
Good.
She had to leave the kid with the husband because at that time she didn't have a stable job and shit. But then she got out. She got herself further educated, and yeah, she's living a good life now, and she's contributing towards her daughter. She's paying some part towards her daughter's care, and the daughter is living with her husband. But yeah, she's doing her stuff. So Good. She got out. Yeah, that's cool, man. I admire her for that. Yeah.
All right, next one. That one was just kind of a little sad.
Oh, boo, don't get me started, mate. The expectations from women in a marriage back home. Yeah, it's like they tell you, oh, you'll always have to compromise. That's what we are told. Yeah.
You guys are gonna like this one. We'll wrap it up with this one because we're at the 90-minute mark plus. You ready?
Let's go.
My 31-year-old male, new girl, 26-year-old female, has a hobby I don't approve of. Aww. So as the title says, I, 31-year-old male, started seeing this girl, 26-year-old female, early this year. She is unbelievably sexy and funny and smart and a 10 out of 10 in most ways. But from the very beginning, her hobby has put a strain on things. It's prevented our relationship from progressing, and to be honest, it takes away from my attraction to her. Okay, before anybody looks, before you guys get there, what do you think the hobby is?
Baking.
You think the hobby's baking?
I don't know.
It's a hobby that it has gotten in the way of their relationship and brings down his attractiveness to her. Any idea what you think the hobby might be?
Coloring?
Coloring?
Coloring, yeah. I've read one about coloring.
All right.
Somebody calling me childish.
Hey,
God's
Auditor
cheating. Muay Thai. Yeah, okay.
He cheated.
He cheated.
I
Totally
know.
cheated. Okay. I'm drawn to how cute and feminine she is, and her hobby is the opposite of that. So the hobby in question is Muay Thai. She trains for hours every night, so I only see her once, maybe twice a week. And half the time it's with her friends because she doesn't have time to spend alone with me. We can't even spend a relaxing weekend morning together because she trains on Saturday and Sunday mornings. And then there's the bruises. Her entire body is almost always covered in giant black and blue bruises.
Wow.
A few times she's shown up to dates with a black eye, and I feel weird going out with a girl with obvious bruises and a fucking black eye, knowing people probably think I gave them to her.
Okay, I get it. No, I get it why he's worried about me.
And people are guessing D&D. Hey, I feel attacked. Rude. She's convinced me to go with her a few times, but to be honest, it's a huge turnoff to see her train. She's a beast, but not in a good way.
Really?
She kicks so hard it's kind of scary. It sounds shitty. Yeah, it does. But seeing her beat the shit out of people makes her less feminine in my eyes. She also invites me to come with her and doesn't try to hide it from me or anything, but it makes me less attracted to her, so I don't. Why should she try to hide it too? What?
Maybe because you think you're not up to her standards.
Because he's not up to her standards, obviously, if he's this much of a bitch.
I went to this kickboxing gym once, alright?
I would love to learn how to kickbox.
Yeah. And there was this chick there. And she actually turned me on, the way she was training these badass, 20-year-olds.
Nice.
And she's 34 years old, and she had been practicing since she was a kid. And she would beat the shit out of them. She would go for their heads and for their abdomens. And when they would kick, she would take it. You have those pads where you let the guys kick and punch to practice.
For real.
And she would take it. And I was like, oh my god, she is a goddess, man.
Yeah.
I was
Muay Thai
in the corner like that. I was like, oh my god, I'm drooling, I was like,
Muay Thai is incredibly physical too. It's one of the more aggressive fighting forms. They punch each other and they roll and they body plant people. It's insane.
They go for it. Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah. I like this girl. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I can understand that you feel that you're not that good as she is, and maybe that's why you feel
you're not.
bad.
Yeah.
Huh? Sorry.
He feels
because he's not. He's not as good.
Tiny penis can't compete with her muscles.
Yeah, she'd probably crush his head in between her thighs like a fucking watermelon. You know what? If she did it to me, I'd be okay with it. Anyway.
I think another thing I want to add is that it's okay if you think that she's spending too much time. It's okay. You can talk about that. Hey, girl, can we spend more time? But to entirely say that it turns you off, all right, boy, you have some problems.
That's just a dick move, bro.
That's a two-pronged problem. That is a problem of you're insecure and you need to get over yourself, and you should probably break up with this girl and let her move the fuck on because you're wasting her goddamn time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is wasting her time.
Okay.
He legitimately would prefer her to stop doing something that she loves and has probably trained for her entire life.
Yep.
Just so he can not give her orgasms and forget their anniversary.
Right? I got you flowers. You're not mad at me now, right? God. She kicked...
instead of going and practicing with her.
Okay, so she doesn't try to hide it or anything, but it makes me feel less attracted to her, so I don't go. But at the same time, I feel kind of threatened because there are a lot of guys at her gym, and she's the only hot girl there in her in her tiny Muay Thai shorts.
Yeah, boy, I got your problem. Okay, fuck off. You're insecure. You're insecure as shit.
Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, man, be proud. Like this is what with the girls is like. They do it, then they can't get it, and if they don't, then they're also in the wrong. If a guy was just committed and there were girls around him in the gym, no decent girlfriend would worry about that. You know?
Yeah.
But it's a girl, so oh god.
Anyway,
and think about it, guys, before you go ahead and start blaming the girl and her whatever she's committed to. Fuck.
Yeah. But ladies, you must understand though. You must understand this at least. That if a man has nothing, they at least always have the audacity.
How dare you?
Alright. Anyway, since the whole COVID thing started, she hasn't been able to train, and it's brought us a lot closer. We didn't see each other for a few weeks, but then she got a bike and started coming to my place 3 or 4 nights a week, and it's been amazing. The more I get to know her, the more I realize she's the coolest girl I ever met. The sex is also fucking insane. Right? I wonder why. Yeah. He's just bragging now.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
The more I get to know her, the more I realize she's the coolest girl I ever met. The sex is so fucking insane. Really? Right now, things are too good to be true, but the next few weeks, things are starting to open up and go back to normal. She's counting the seconds until she can train again, but I'm worried about our relationship going back to the way it was. Is it fair for me to ask her to chill out on the Muay Thai? No, it's not. Is it worth breaking up with a girl who I think is awesome in every other way because I can't stand her hobby? Yes, because it's not because you can't stand her hobby, you lying piece of shit. It's because you're an insecure. It's because you're an insecure little bitch baby.
What?
TLDR, I met my dream girl, but she's obsessed with Muay Thai. It takes up all of her time and makes her less attracted to me. Quarantine has helped temporarily, but is it worth dumping her over? It, or should I expect her to cut back for me? You're not asking her to cut back. This guy is just lying to himself.
Yeah, you're insinuating that because she is into a hobby, that because of that she's less attractive. That to me is messed up. And
it's not because she's less attractive. If it was a different hobby, he would still find her attractive. He's less attracted to it because her hobby isn't feminine enough. It makes him feel like a lazy piece of shit because he's a lazy piece of shit.
Yeah.
She's stronger than he is, and he doesn't like it.
Oh, yes.
You should absolutely be honest with yourself about why it's a problem. Have the conversation with her and let her make the decision to dump your dumb ass. Which is, if she's as awesome as she sounds, she'll be like,
I can find someone better than you, I'm sure.
Yes.
For real.
This dude needs to work on himself.
In that gym that I go to practice Muay Thai?
Oh, yeah. Hey, what gym does this girl go to? Apparently she's gonna be single soon, and I wouldn't mind swinging by, is all I'm saying. I'd let her kick the shit out of me.
Honestly. Them Muay Thai thighs, though.
Right? Damn.
Ooh, mama.
But that's where we're gonna wrap it. That dude's a dick. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Girl, someone contact that girl. Girl, get out of here. Get out of this relationship.
Run!
No, nobody, I don't think so girlfriends would question it if the guys spend so much time in the gym, right?
Well, a girl would be looked down upon for even suggesting it.
Yes, yeah.
Even suggesting that, can you please spend some more time with me? They would be like...
Or even saying, hey,
not just that.
you're... Right, yeah, go ahead, Nikki.
Well, not just that, but like the assertion that that he should give up his hobby for her, especially if it's something like this. A man
Yeah.
has the audacity enough to ask, and other people are totally
Audacity.
fine with him asking.
Mhm.
But when a woman does the same
Yep.
thing, it's, oh, well, you need to stay in your lane. He deserves to have his hobbies, blah, blah, blah. You know?
Well,
I can
that's the thing,
understand
it's
that
like
he's
the-
worried that she comes up with a
Yeah, it's
sorry,
the hobby
when he comes up with a
being.
black eye and all that, and they're going out together. People might misjudge it, right?
Yeah,
I can
people
understand
might.
that.
Sure.
Even that
get over it.
rings as insecure to me.
It does. Yeah, it
Like,
'cause it does.
honestly, if somebody comes up to your girl, if she has a black eye, and like, are you okay? And you're like, oh yeah, no, I practice Muay Thai. It's like, oh, okay. You know, it's, you know,
Yeah, it's an easy thing to clear up. It's not like most
real.
people
Maybe,
aren't
Yeah,
gonna.
they're scared of making they have to give explanation each time or something like. But it's not that. He's saying it makes her less attractive. That's my point. Like,
Yeah.
the biggest,
What?
the biggest things that he talks about within this whole situation is the fact that it makes her look less feminine. He is not her number one focus.
Yeah.
And then some other stupid shit that very clearly exposes how incredibly insecure he is.
She's just got big dick energy and he can't handle that.
For real, yeah.
I mean, that's why the sex
Girl,
is good
you
for
don't
me.
know how attracted I am to women who have big dick energy. Like, come on.
Big dick energy.
Oh, yeah.
Now, to be fair, for some people, that's not their thing. Maybe you aren't attracted to something like that. You know what? That's okay. That it's okay for you not to be attracted to this girl because of her, the way she is. But it seems like you like her, except that she's stronger than you are. And so it's this is like you're kind of just being misogynistic territory. On the other hand, if you're just straight up not attracted to women who behave and act in this manner or have these kinds of traits, that's okay. Some people like smaller, petite women who are into more feminine things. And like something that you could throw something out that is more feminine. Something that is less physical, I would rather say. Saying more feminine doesn't really follow. It would be something that is
crapshoot.
Yeah, exactly. So
It means so many things.
yeah, so it's like, would you find her less attractive if she was doing this as a mechanic? Would you find her less attractive if she was rock climbing? Would you find her less attractive, right? Is it because it's fighting? Maybe it is possible that maybe fighting just makes this guy uncomfortable because he's insecure. Maybe it's just that it's fighting. I don't know. I don't know this guy, but this guy needs some serious introspection to figure out whether what is your actual problem. Yeah. What's your problem? Why is it your problem? And it's not her problem. This is a you problem that you need to sort out.
See, that's the...
And he doesn't
I
need
agree
to
with
change
that.
because of your preferences. Yeah.
It's okay to not be attracted to something or something specific. It is not okay, though, to shame somebody for that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like the problem comes in the shaming and in this name calling. Oh, she's not as feminine.
He better not
something.
ruin this girl. He better not ruin this girl. I will be pissed.
Well, let's be honest. She could kick his ass better than he could.
Well, yeah, but it is possible that he could attempt to manipulate her or try and change her, and we don't know what their financial situation is. Like, listen, just sit down and have a conversation. Maybe she's willing to actually help you work through that. Maybe she's willing to have the conversation and be like, but you need to actually sit down and figure out what is your problem. You like her in every other aspect. Maybe you just don't like fighting. Maybe you just don't like the idea of women fighting, but then it's the women part of it. Like, are you uncomfortable watching UFC? Do you not like it in a hockey or football when people bash into each other? That's possible. You might just be a sensitive dude. You might just be sensitive to stuff like that. And that's also okay, but you need to figure out what that is and why that's the thing, and whether or not that's something you want to get over or just deal with. Or break up over it. All of these answers are fine answers, but essentially at the end of the day, you have a problem, you need to figure out what your problem is, and then you need to have that conversation, or you need to have that conversation and explain that you don't really know why this bothers you, but it bothers you, and maybe she'd be willing to help you out.
Yeah.
We're
Maybe
gonna wrap it up there.
Maybe you both find an answer together to this.
Right.
But to straight up dump someone because, they're different than you, obviously they're going to be different than you.
Good,
yeah,
let her go
yeah.
then.
Yeah, let her go then.
Yeah.
But do it in an amicable way, and don't make her feel shameful for what she's chosen as a hobby. Don't do it in that way. Just say, it's not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. I hope you find a good partner. I find someone in future. Let's end it on a good terms. Simple as that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Passion is something that should never be overlooked.
Yes.
If you have a passion for something and you
And
feel as though
I wish
you're being
I had that
judged,
commitment.
He should be supporting her, yes.
Yeah.
But we're gonna wrap it up there. Be supportive.
Yep.
If you have a problem, figure it the hell out and learn how to communicate. Keep that communication open and have a good support
Don't
group.
be that asshole.
Have good friends that are a good support network for you. All of those things will always be useful and helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and all that good shiz. We're around on Twitter. Go find us there. Links are in the description. You can support at by membership and all that good stuff. Don't forget we have emojis, you guys, by the way. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.